Good evening, everyone. Today I will start with the health final news. Today the health finals of the Netherlands has been played. 32 players have joined this tournament and they are going to fight for 9 spots. No, I'm saying that wrong. 8 spots in the finals. The finals are already 3 players signed up for. They are all from Team NL and there's always one sponsor place. So the number 1 and number 2 in every group, because there are groups from 8 people, so 4 groups of 8 are playing the tournaments in every group. If you are finishing first or second, you are directly getting a ticket for the finals. Today everything started and we have seen a lot of interesting games. In total they played 32 games and we had already 12 winning games. So that's over 33% of the games has been won. And you would expect every small mistake will be taken as a win. But no, there are some games where the mistakes were made. People took the winning possibility and still made a mistake that it even became a draw. Those games I'm not going to discuss, but the 12 winning games I'm going to bring into this news program. And I will just show you the moments where the players made the mistakes or where they could do a better move. We're not going too deep. Maybe I will do that next time. But it's just to see where everything went wrong and what was a better option for the players. Today we will first start with the game of Ben Provoost against Beam. This is a very interesting game because both players have already played in the Dutch Championships. They both made it already to the Dutch Championship. Past year, Ben played in it and he finished in the middle. Beam didn't join, but he joined now this health finals and he had an okay start with the first game a draw, but the second game he played against Ben and he went for a very nice center attack, but it didn't seem to be that strong finally for him. So let's move up. They just move a nice wing attack. Beam is really trying to get the wing in, get the center. Now he decides to go to the side. And here the moment is that Beam is deciding to go to the center. And it seems to be very interesting, but the strong move 43-39 is played. And that makes the possibility that White can go behind with 38-33. And Black has 3 defenders. White has at least 3 attackers. But there are a lot of other changes during the game, what can happen. Here, the strange thing is you would expect that White would play here 38-33 and directly take a winning piece. But White decided to play first 40-34. And that's also okay, but it's slightly a little bit better to play 38-33 and go directly for an extra piece or and here, kind of the forcing is made. Black has to play 11-16. White brings up 21-17, and Black can only defend it by playing 13-18. But now we have a big issue because the move 20-14 will make a 3-4-3, but White is directly on the king, and next to that, Black can't move the one piece which is left to the center because there's a 2-4-2. I can maybe show you guys how that goes. So at this moment, you think like, hey, I can't go to field 45 and then to field 50. So I want to go to the center, and then there's always a possibility 27, 21. So black has only one option. He can only go here. And then white will just wait. Black plays, white plays. And still, black has to give a piece away. Then he can go to the king. White can just move to a second king, and black can't move. And from here on, it will be easily a win for the white player, because black can play to 45. And it is just a waiting moment when you are getting the piece on 18. Then we will go to the next game. Today it was a very exciting day, because the youngster Matteo Boxum was joining this tournament. He's only 13 years old, and he's a real big talent. And he had directly the first game he was allowed to play against Sietse. Sietse Spijker is also a youth player, only 15 or 16 years old, as far as I know. And both are very aggressive and theoretical players. And they directly met in the first game. And that game is really a game you want to see in every match. They really fully went for the win, and they gave everything they had. Finally, Matteo went home with the points, but it was very, very interesting. I will show you guys how it went. Normally, you would expect that black would directly go for an attack, or white would directly go for a wing lock, but no, they just wait, they just outplay their moves, and then white went for a wing attack. And now he brings it, makes it very easy to play, and it's a very open game and understandable game. Here, white already makes the decision to play 31-27, but it's not directly needed, because there's no threat from this whole corner. Like 21-27 is not really a good move at this moment. So black first has to develop his corner before he can really do something. But still, white decides to block it. Black directly plays 12-18, so white can't move up with 42-38. So he has to find a different plan. He makes 39. And here, black already plays 36-31. I don't understand directly why he did it, because it's a move he can always make. He can just play at this moment a 50-44, for example. Of course, there's a small king option, but that takes so many pieces that he's not going to do it. So 50-44, 49-43 are all possibilities just to wait, because he doesn't have to make the move. And now something really interesting is happening. Here, the white player is playing 29-23. He just wants to exchange the pieces. Black is just giving the possibility. And now you would expect that white would just defend with 45-40 and just defend a few times and then taking the position on 23. But white is a little bit too quick, I think. He's going directly to 23. And now, he gives a lot of good options to black, because black can come up directly with 13-19. And he has a lot of times nice combinations with the exchange, 18-22 and then 21-27. At this moment, there is also a small combination. But of course, white has still an option to block it. He plays 24-19. They take both a piece. Then 45-40 is played. Black is waiting. And then the strange move 38-33 is played. And here the black player goes directly between. But it was not directly needed. He could also even wait here before he was making this move. But they directly went for it. Then the white player is playing 50-45 and just make sure that the piece here on 34 is blocked. And now the white player is playing something very interesting, where you would expect that black would maybe go to 19 and just try to take a piece away from white. He's going directly to field 39. There's only one possibility, and that's closing it, playing 43, and then both pieces are blocked. And of course, now 35 looks very good for taking a piece off from the black player. But black found a very, very interesting threat. Here you would expect that black would come up with 16, 21, 26 to 17, and taking two pieces, and it will be an equal game again. But no, black is going behind. He is threatening to take the piece on 18, and he is hoping that white will make a mistake and wants to have too quickly the pieces on 34 and 39 in his possession. If white would play a normal move like 37, 31, and 31, 27, going back and then move 40 to 35, he would win both pieces. And still there will be a draw possibility because the piece on 23 is still in a risky position. But white made a mistake, and this is a very, very big blunder because black can take one piece, white takes a piece, and now black can come with a very strong move, 19 or 9-14. White has to take a piece, and we give two pieces away, three pieces away, and we get 4. Now you will say, hey, it's still 7 pieces against 7 pieces, but no, the piece on 37 only has to be taken away, and black can walk through, and that will also happen in the game. I'm not going to play further from this. This game is totally losing position for the white player, and it is very, very well played by the black player because he just tricked his opponent in making this mistake. Because if the opponent would play the normal moves, black would be in a very difficult situation, and he would have to fight for a draw, and maybe he even would lose. But Matteo had an amazing day because his first 2 games in the Hell Finals at the senior level, he directly won both. In the afternoon, he played against Jan van Meggelen, a teammate of mine, a very, very strong player who knows a lot of theoretical openings, and they both directly went for a very familiar opening, which Jan has played a lot of times lately with white, and every time he allows the opponent to be in the stronger position, because after the 17th or 18th move, black is already 0.5 points up. Of course, it doesn't say anything yet, and black has to be aware that he can make easy mistakes. But yeah, Jan likes to play it difficult and wants to make it as hard as possible for his opponent. So we will just go in the Keller position, and black is very happy with getting so much space and so much space forward. Now he takes the normal exchange. Jan is trying to lock the black wing so it can't go to his short wing. So the whole game will be played for Jan on his short wing. He will just exchange a lot of times here, and black is trying to reinforce his long wing, and he's trying to reinforce his wing attack here. Kind of the rule is that this chair motive from 48, 42, 47, 41, 46, and 36 will stay there as long as possible until the moment you really have to move a piece there. But if you are moving too early, it's kind of guaranteed that you're going to lose the game. So let's see how long Jan will hold that position into the game. Yeah, just exchanging. Jan is building up. And then here a big mistake from Jan. Jan is, first Matteo went very strongly to field 31. And at this moment, Jan plays 34-30, but the issue is when black plays 31-36, he directly blocks 46 and 41 from directly developing. And if Jan plays directly 41-36, black has to allow the exchange, and 46 can be built up to 37. And yeah, it is a little bit better for white to play, and there are a lot of more options for the game. But Jan decides to play 34-30. Black even waits a moment, and then there the strong move 31-36 is. Oh, here's something strange happens. I think I made a mistake in the notation. 42-38 is just an okay move, but Jan decided to go to 42-37, and this is a very, very weak move. And from here on, it goes only backwards. Black just builds up. Now you see that Black is just making nice formations. He has all 3 or 4 pieces in a line. That's all those tails are very strong. And White has just some pieces here, some pieces here, and it is not really working together. So if he would have blocked Black somewhere in this area, then it would be still possible to make some winning possibilities. But now White is only searching for draw possibilities. Here you would expect White to play 46-41, but strangely enough, the opponent decided not to do it. And here a very strong move could be played by the white player, or by the black player. Black plays... Black is not playing 27-32, but Black plays is 27. Oh no, Black is playing 22-28. But if he plays 27-32, he's directly threatening. I will show you. Let's say White doesn't see it and plays something like this. Then there's a nice combination with 14. To king. But if he's waiting, then Black can play really nicely 32-37, and also then Black will walk through, and if White is not allowing that, then there will be an easy win for Black just by marching up with 22-27, giving a piece, and then going to king. So it was a slight better move for the player, but in game he is playing 22-28. Kind of everything is already losing for White, but it was a slight stronger move for the black player. 41-37, they just move up, and now Black is going to 38, what is a very, very strong position, and the game is kind of already over here. They just play a few last moves, and then here Jan decides to give up. And yeah, I think Matteo played a very, very strong game here. Of course, Jan made a few small minor mistakes, which gave Matteo the game, but still, yeah, I would advise not to play the game for the white player, because yeah, if your opponent is already in such a strong position, you're the whole time fighting against a position you don't want to be fighting against. Good. Luckily for Sietse, after losing his first game against Matteo, he had a second game against Jeroen Kos. Jeroen Kos was not very lucky today because he lost 2 games. So we will talk about him also 2 times in this news program. Jeroen is a very, very strong player who normally doesn't lose that often. So that he's losing on one day 2 games is a very special moment. The second game he lost against Jos was totally not needed. I will show you the game later in this program. But first we are going to Sietse. One of the youngsters who is really, really going for the tournament and really wants to go for the finals. Unfortunately, the first game he lost, but the second game was a very beautiful game from his side. He's just building up normally. He's trying to make a wing attack. Of course, the piece on 2 is already gone, so the wing attack is a lot of times less strong. You see a lot of times the players are waiting with playing 2-8, and so they have the chance later on maybe to play 3-8. But he already directly makes the decision. And here he comes with 16-21. His opponent is playing a very strong 38-32, and Sietz is playing 18-23. At this moment, the white position is much stronger. It's 37 or 37-31. White is already threatening to take a nice or a wing lock. And there are a lot of options which are not open anymore for the black position. It's going in. Over just building up normally. They're playing a center game now. And here white decides to go 47-41, 41-36, where probably the 39-34 is much better because he can directly open up the game again and make open decisions for his position. Moving up at 47-41, 41-36 gives the possibility for black to strengthen his position and giving him some more free moves at the end of the game. And here a very important moment. Black goes behind with 20-25, and white only has one solid move, and that's the 39-34. Of course, 36-31 could be also played, but then it would give options for black just to play 12-18 and move on with the game. And you want normally to play 36 when the piece on 18 is already blocked, like 13-18, 9-13 or 8-13, and then you close it. So more pieces are blocked in the same area. Okay. In this area also, white decides very quickly to exchange already here. He doesn't have to exchange directly. He could also wait first and let black make a decision, but it's understandable that he wants to be clear in the situation he is at this moment. And now a very interesting move, 36-31 is played. Nothing wrong with this move. White is also playing on with 43-39. Black is playing, and now white is kind of making the mistake because black can just move forward with 9-14, and the move up to 30 is not strong because there's always a 23-29 move. If white just would play on with 48-42, 42-37, black plays 9-14, 14-20, white can move up with 45-40, and then he could still move out or try something in this game. Or even, 45-40. He could give 35-30 and play up with 33-29. But unfortunately, he didn't do it, and now the game is going real quick. 45-40, 14-20, and now going behind is not good because there's a sticky move. White even makes it worse. He's playing 43-39. Black goes behind. White goes behind, and now the very smart move. 16-21 is played, and it's kind of game over because white takes two pieces. Black takes two pieces. White still has to take a piece, and then you can just move back. And even if you give something, you're going to win the game. And also, sorry, I'm even giving it directly back, but also 45-50 is a very strong move directly because you can directly win the piece here back. So 13 and 19 is okay, but it's not really, directly the strongest move. But waiting with 45-50 and then taking the piece would be even much better. So that was Sietz. Sietz, congratulations with your second win and your second game in the health finals for the seniors. I'm very happy for you. There was a chance that I would be in Sietz's position because I had offered the chance to play in the half finals, but unfortunately my private program got stuck and I couldn't go for this week, and that's why I couldn't join the tournament. But maybe next year. The next game is very interesting too. It's Martin against Terke. Terke is always a very, very aggressive attacking player, and he's never afraid to play, and he makes lately more mistakes than he did before, but he really enjoys playing the game and playing attacking positions. And today he showed us something very interesting too. And also Martin van Dijk played a very interesting position, what you don't see often on the board. So you directly see black tag is already going for the attacking position. It looks a little bit like the position Sietse had on the board against Matteo, but here the field on 4 is still full, and in Sietse's position was the piece on 47, of course. The strange move here is that Martin decides to play 35-30, where 20-25 directly blocks the whole position. So it's very strange that Martin decided for this, because if he just builds up normally, it's still an equal game. And now there is directly a lot of pressure on his position, where he first has to handle the wing attack. He now also has to handle the wing lock, which is coming up. And now the most strange move is made, 44-40. You see this sometimes when some Russian players are playing on the board when they are trying to make a wing attack, which is not really working out. But in this position, before 44-40, I would expect something like 43-39 and then try to move up. But White already makes the decision with 44-40, and now just 19-23 is a very strong move, because the whole block here with 45-40, 35, 30, 34, and 29 are totally blocked, and they can't do anything. White is exchanging. Also here, White exchanges to field 32, but expecting he would go to 33 would be much better for him. But that's something you really have to calculate, and what is kind of much more difficult in the game than you would expect. But the computer would directly give 42 to 33, because there's more kind of a draw possibility. And now the very strong, it looks very strong, let's say like this. The black player decides to offer the 23-28 and then go behind, but he also could just play 13-19, which is much stronger, and where he just has to control over the whole field. I think he gave, by doing this offer, he gave some possibilities back to the white player to make maybe even draw. But the formation with 29-30 is so bad that it will make it very hard for the white player to continue and to find the draw, of course. And also here, the move 29-24 is very interesting. Interesting found, of course, but it is also something you normally say that's not good to play. It's really a horrible move, but it kind of works out if you kind of calculate everything. There are still chances for white, but they are very difficult to find. And here, white plays 31-26, which is kind of strange, because if he plays 47, 41, 41, 37, there are still some small possibilities for white to get out by playing finally 38, 33, and just exchange and unlock his locked wing. But white decides to go to the side, and then it goes very quickly. Black just plays on. White plays now with 47, and now there is something very interesting. Probably white played 42-37 because he thought, hey, black can never play 21-27. I will show you in this game, because 27, white can go here black has to take the majority rule to the king on 47, and white can take 3 pieces. And then still it would be easier for black to play this position, but there are very good chances for white now too, with kind of a draw option. But something else happened in this position. I have to show you. Black could give an offer, and that's what also the black player did. He gave the offer, and then he went very smart to the wing, and he is locking with 2 pieces, 3 pieces, and with only 4 pieces, he's locking this full block. So white can't do anything. Still, white is trying something, so he's playing 24-19, going up, and black plays 8-13, and everything is still blocked, and white decides to resign. It's a very, very beautiful game played by Terke, and it's really nice to see that he used 2 times an offer in his game. I hope he will stay playing like this, because I'm very excited that players are really giving all in the games, and it's also nice for the spectators and for the players watching the games. Good, we're going to Jos against Jeroen Kos. Jos Stokkel, very famous player in the Netherlands, played already many, many times in the Dutch championships. He is nowadays playing almost every tournament possible in the Netherlands, and he is more often losing now at times, but he is still very, very strong. And he had Jeroen today in an off day, because the game Jeroen and Jos were playing was for a long while just a very normal draw game. But let's see what happens. They're building up normally. One is going for the center, the other is just going for the wing. Now Jos is getting a center position. It's better for here at in this position, black decides to make 13-19, but 13-18 is much better. That also because he is letting white make a decision if he has to play 33-29, or if he has to play a move like 42-38, and going to the wing. It means white has to have some concerns about the blocked, kind of classical center, and the wing where he can be attacked by 4 to 5 pieces, where he has only 3 defenders. So it's kind of a very interesting move if black would have played 13-18, but he went for 13-19, and now it is a kind of an equal game. They just both move on. Black is playing very sharp, 15-20, 20-24, and 24-30. Now the computer is offering the possibility 46-41, and just wants to wait. And that should be good for white, but white decided to play the normal human move, 40-35. And now something interesting is happening too. 48-43 is a very normal and good move, but black has a very, very strong move which is not played, unfortunately, because with 3-9 he would directly trap to play 18-23 and take 3 pieces, of course. So white has only 2 options. He can block it with he has 3 options. He can block it with 33-31, but then the wing lock is complete, and you really don't want that, of course, as a white player. He can play 29-24, but then black directly can attack and try to get a piece, win a piece, of course. But still, there's still a defense against it. So probably black will just play 10-15 and finally goes to attack it. And next to that, there's an option that white can play 28-23, and black just defends by closing it with 8-12. But I'm quite sure that the white player didn't want this option. So something else happened. let me see. I have to make the move. Black decided to play 13-19, and that gave something very interesting for the white player, because the white player is a little bit behind at this moment. He can't play a move like 43-39. He can't play 45-40 because of a small combination 25, and then move up with 19-23. But here, white can make an offer and then play 43. Let's go on. Now the game is kind of equal still for white and black. Black is trying with some combinational possibilities to maybe get winning options, but yeah, the white player is of course seeing this combination and playing very strong against it, because as for example, if 46-41 was played here, there would be a nice combination here for the black player. But of course, that's not done. Black moves forward with 21. And here the move 16-21 was not strong, because 16-21 is a move you only make if you want to exchange, go back, or do something with it. And black plays it, and white can really strongly move up with 37-32, and is even threatening because 7-11 can't be played. Possibilities as moving up for black with 13-18 is of course an option, but still it's a hard game for the black player now. He's playing 12-17. White just goes on. And here everything still is a draw option, and now the real mistake is made. Black has to play active 14-20 to just get ahead as far as possible, but he waits with 3-9, and then 34-29 makes the game very, very strong for white. And now white can kind of force black into making wrong moves. White is threatening with 34-30 to take 3 pieces. Black would love to play 13-19, but if he plays 13-19, white can play 27-21 and then 28-22, take 2, and he can go to the king. So the only possibility for black at this moment is to walk away, and then white can play easily 29-24. Black plays 9-13, and here you have 2 options. You can play on with 37-31 and exchange back, or what the white player did, he just played 34-29. Now there's still a small option for the black player to play 7-11, and when white moves forward, you can exchange 2 pieces and then walk through with the black for the black player. But if the black player is doing everything correctly, there will be a win. So this game was given up by Jeroen, and Jos won. And yeah, there was a bad start for Jeroen. Hopefully he will get his energy back, and will play a better tournament in the next rounds, the 3rd and the 4th round. But especially 2 rounds on the day is a very heavy burden on the body, because you have to play 8 to 10 hours. Then we have the 7th game. This was Anton against Jan. And it was very interesting, because Anton played the whole game very, very strong, and was kind of in a really good position to even get a win. But then at one moment everything changed, and Jan walked away with a win. So Anton is just building up. Jan is just building up. It's going to be a center game. And here the strange move is made, 27-22, and then going to the 21. It is a very strange move, but he decided this could be good. And here we are kind of in the most important part of the game. And Jan displays to the corner. And now to 34, and he will always walk through. Yeah, the whole game was kind of an equal game, and around this moment there was made a mistake. Like 41, 37 is an okay move, but at the moment 18-23 is played, the 37-32 is blocking everything for white, and black can get control over the whole short ring for his side. White still had possibilities if he played 37-31, but yeah, on the eye for a human, it's very very difficult to see. But yeah, I think Anton is able to see this as a big threat, and could calculate that there will be options still for him if he played it on a different way. Then we go to Jan against Andrew. Andrew had a first game a good draw, but in the second game in the afternoon, he was lucky that Jan was not fully fit anymore after playing against Anton, and he made a very very big mistake. So they're just opening as a normal Keller. Then the strange move 31-27 is made. Andrew is just playing on with a normal opening. Andrew is very famous for his Van Lochtenberg shots. So yeah, playing 15-20 is something you see him do more often. Then the opponent is playing 36. Andrew decides, hey, I see a combination 38-32 is not possible. So let's threaten him with 18-23. And let's see what he's going to do. If white just plays 34-30 and just exchanges, nothing is going on. But white decides to play positional, the strongest move, I would say. But there's a small combination. So 38-32 is made, and now there's the strong combination for the black player. And it's directly over for the white player. There's no possibility to take the king back. The king can go directly to field 11 and lock himself up with 12-17 and wait until the right moment to come out again to take a lot of pieces. So this was one of the shortest games, but yeah, a very interesting combination. Very well played, Andrew. I'm very happy for you that you could win already, and I hope that you are going to make it to the finals, because someone like you, always trying to play strong matches, would deserve this. Then we are going to the group B, where we were already in group B, excuse, but now we have one of the games, Bart against Frits Luteijn. Bart Terwel, one of the workers for KNDB, and then Frits Luteijn, a very well-known player of his openings, which he was giving away online. He's very strong in the Keller positions, but he gave that information online in around 2008, if I'm not wrong. But Frits is always a very strong player, always very positional, correct. And yeah, I think Bart got him off guard by playing some strange moves, which were not wrong moves, but different for the eye of other players. And I think that's maybe brought Frits in making this mistake. So they are going for a center game. Frits is trying to just hold field 27 and make sure that they are going to a kind of a center game, maybe even a classical game, but finally it doesn't seem to be possible, but it was an option. Here you would also say that maybe black would play 20-25, but there's not enough power for black to withhold the wing attack if 40-35 is played, because there are no pieces on 13 and there's nothing at this moment at 14. So it's understandable that black didn't move towards it. So white is just exchanging a little bit back. And they're just making a center game. Still there's nothing going on and nothing is wrong here. Then black is playing on, white is just defending. And here the important moment is there. Black just should play something like 23, 29, and then move up. Like if he plays 23, 29, and white will play 42, 37. You just have these kind of options. And when he goes behind, you can just go here. So white can't play that, of course. So white should already make a decision from, hey, how am I going to play? How I'm going to do this further? Probably something like 42, 38, or moving towards field 22 would be an option for just a draw. But black had something else in mind, and black played on with 12-17. And now something really interesting happens. 30-25, he goes up, and now 42-38. And it's kind of, almost a losing game. Still, there's one option for black to make it still a draw possibility. But black is a little bit too hungry for the pieces, the open pieces here on 27, 28, and 38. Because he directly goes with 18, 23. But if he plays just a move like 29, 34, white has no other options than going from 38, 33 or 38, 32. When he plays 32, you can just move up with 14 over 19 to 24, and there's nice draw possibilities. And now the choice black made 18-23 gives white the option to go here. He has to go away here, here, and that's a win for the white player because, for example, white goes to this line. Let's say black will play something like this. You attack, and then you just make sure the black piece goes from the middle line or for the center line, and then you are just staying on it and blocking with the white piece, the black piece here. Good, we're going to the 10th match. A very interesting one too, because Waldo is playing against Anton. And Waldo is one of the oldest players who played the finals of the Netherlands. Yes, last year he was also playing in it, and he's very decent player who is always playing some strong defending games, and that's also what he was doing against Anton. Anton was constantly getting very strong positions, but at the end there was a small mistake from Anton, and Waldo directly went for it and took the win home. So let's go through the game. It was just a nice win option for. Sorry, I gave 4-9 already, but it was 6-11 was played. Then 4-9. Like you see, black is already having a nice center wing attack. Probably computer will even give you a 0.6, 0.7 advantage. But Waldo doesn't mind. He's just playing on, and he knows there will be some small chances for him where he will wait for. Here, the strong moves are made again. Still, black is just advancing and getting stronger and developing his pieces. Just going to the center. Nothing is going wrong for him yet. And then at this moment, black is playing 2025, where 2024 is already much stronger because you can just build up a nice center wing attack, and black, his pieces are already locked. So going 2024 is much better, but he chose for 2025, what is still an okay move. And in his position, I understand that he doesn't have to worry. White is just moving on. Normally, 48, 42 would be better for him, but that's just a computer move. But the 49, 43 is understandable. Then also 14, 20 is a very strange move for the black player, because you would say, hey, just build up to the center. But yeah, black has a different plan. The strong move is made, and now black moves up at 47, 41. And yeah, let's say here, the moment that 13, 18 is played, black is getting in trouble. Black should have played 13, 19 and just exchanged, and he would still have a very strong attack on the wing and would probably walk easily to a win. But now he blocks the possibility and gives directly chances to the white player. White just waits. Black plays even 9-14, and now, yeah, there's really one big issue for the black player. 41-37, and black decides to play 27-31, where, yeah, 27-32 would still be an okay option for a draw to a win possibility, but black directly, yeah, makes a very strong mistake. White, of course, defends perfectly and is, yeah, got into a position he wants to be in, because he's now threatening with 34-30. And yeah, you can see he just walks on to a king. White goes between. He has a nice giveaway. It doesn't even matter how black is going to take it. White goes to a king. Black goes there. White gives one. He takes the pieces. Black goes. And white blocks the line and gets the win. So very nice done, Waldo. It's very common in these kind of games, especially if it is 2 games in a day, that a player is making a big mistake because of the pressure which is constantly on these players. Then we are going to Group A. In Group A, we had a very interesting game between Hein and Emre. Hein and Emre are teammates. Both are very strong players. Both played last year the Dutch Championships. It was Emre's first time. Emre is also 17 or 18 years old, so a very young player and also a very interesting player. Doesn't make much mistakes. So yeah, I'm expecting a lot from him. But he lost, unfortunately, directly against Hein in a game where not much was happening, to be honest. They were playing a standard opening. They were just exchanging a little bit. So not much was happening. At this moment, White is in a little bit better position, especially if he plays 49, 42, 44. But yeah, he decides to go to 43. They just move up a little bit. He would say nothing happens, but now black is playing 4-9, and that's a waiting move. He should not have done that. He should have played 18-23 to be more active. White can't move to the field 32, so black can't lose the piece on 23. And if white is moving up with 33-29, you just move away, and you don't have to worry because you still have your defense with the piece on 4 and 14. But yeah, after this 4-9, Hein is really making this small mistake worth his time, because he's just moving ahead and going to attack. But there's a small mistake. Hein should have played here 47-41, because now with 42-38, there's still a small draw possibility for black. I hope you guys can find it. Hein is playing here 25-20, and now there is a really nice draw possibility for the black player, because he still has the piece on 16, which can be 16-21 later. Black can play here the strong move 27-32. And white only has the option kind of to play 47-41 or give an extra piece away and then try to get to king, but still for the black player there's still breakthrough, which should give him the draw. Now let's see what happens if now I have to do it correctly, and then there's a draw. Good, we're going to the last game. It's a long Juno in this case. Now we have the last game. It was Arjen against Peter. Arjen van Leeuwen, a very, very strong player who was in the younger years, even a 1500 player, as people have told me. He knows a lot, and you can see also in his games that he is trying a lot. He already won last year Rotterdam Open, so he's a very interesting player who can win tournaments. So probably he has even a good chance also to go to the finals and to play the Dutch Championships. Against Peter, he had an okay game and he got some advantage. And then at the end, there was even a draw option again for Peter, but he missed it. And then, yeah, Arjen won finally. The opening was kind of standard and not much happened. And here, the first, big things are happening. Black is playing 11-17, 43-38, and then 1-7. And now, Black has already some advantage in the game. If you look to the position, you wouldn't directly see it, but everything, all the pieces for white work a little bit better together. Now 31-26 is a nice move because it directly blocks possibilities for black to go for 17-21 and to open up the center for white even more, because if piece 38 is out, there's always a small combination for black with 14-20. It's not always possible, but in most cases it's possible for him. Both are building up normally. And now the interesting moves, 43-39, 20-24, 39-33 are made. And black decides to play 3-8. And white makes the move 36-31 and wants to block black from playing 17-21. And in this case, it helps white a lot. Black decides to play 10-14. And white plays 48-42. You would expect normally that white would play 48-43, especially because also 23-29 is an option at this moment for black. But yeah, black has a different decision, and he kind of gives his whole game away by this move, because now the strong 28-22 is made, and white is just moving forward to a win. A little bit early in this game, I will show you, was there still a possibility. At the moment, black was playing 2-8. There was still a small king possible. I will show you. Am I doing this correctly? Yeah. The king is maybe still a draw for the black player, because he can directly threaten the pieces from white in the center, and he still has two pieces himself, which can try to move quickly to the king line. So probably this would be still a draw option. but still there's a really big game going on at that moment. Let's go for the game, how everything went. Black played 14-20, and here the winning move was made by white, and black still tried something, but he found really quickly out that that was still losing for him, so he gave up. Today, I think we had a very exciting tournament, and I have seen a lot of great games. Because there were so many win games, I couldn't go really deep into the material of the games. Next time, if there's a lot less winning games, I can go deeper into the material with some extra possibilities. I would say first, just subscribe and like my channel. Check out all my other videos which I've made, and if you have some nice analyses about these games, or you have some nice tips for me for a next program, just send me a message. I love to hear from you guys, and I hope I can motivate you guys also to do something with drafts. So I want to thank you all for watching, and I would say have a really nice evening. And like I said already, like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to play me, you can also just send me a message online on Lead Drafts and ask me for a match. And if you want, we can also put that online as a stream, so people can join our match, and maybe even we can talk both in the game and bring our thoughts about the match to the other people watching. I would like to thank you all guys for watching, and I would say see you next time with the next news channel for the Health Finals. Have a good evening. Bye.